I got a perfect one going last night with the round and the whole deal. Oh, speaking of yesterday, you know what I watched? This was a blast from the past, from like my 20s, my late 20s, early 30s. IDubbz, who's kind of turned into a giant bitch in the last few years because he married a Yoko Ono and changed his entire belief system. And then got fucking decimated by Sam Hyde in one of the most hilarious pranks ever pulled on somebody. IDubbz came back with his Content Cop series. Content Cop is back. He brought back Content Cop. I've seen most of it. It was fucking dog shit. I don't know if you guys remember the Content Cop series or if you ever watched it, 8-9 years ago. But IDubbz used to do this feature, Content Cop, where he would pick some asshole on the internet and he would dissect what he does and expose the hypocrisy and this and that. And, just kind of, he would just basically bully people for about 45 minutes. It was kind of not even bullying. He would critique them. So he came back and it was Content Cop and it was on Ethan Klein of H3. And like, fuck yeah, this is great. I mean, H3 or IDubbz may be a retard now, but I'll watch some retard on retard crime. Let's fucking go. And by God, I watched it. And I went and saw everyone's take on it because I was feeling like a crazy person. Because as I'm watching this Content Cop, I'm like, this is oddly making me sympathetic towards Ethan Klein of H3. Because this is a giant fucking nothing burger. Like, IDubbz is like, oh, Ethan's a meanie head. Oh, Ethan's not nice to people. It's like, you fucking bitch. This is the IDubbz that would rip apart Rice Gum, and he would rip apart Leafy, and he would rip apart Keemstar and all these other people. And he would fucking bring it to him, and he'd be shitty, and he'd be mean and everything else. And now in this Ethan Klein one, he's becoming a bitch. He's like, Ethan's mean. Ethan says mean stuff to his staff sometimes. Ethan's politics are weird. He likes Israel a lot. Weird. They're a Jewish couple, and one of them served in the IDF. They're not big Hamas fans. Weird. And then IDubbz is cozying up to this weird Muslim chick, this Frogan. I don't know much about her, but she looks fucking obnoxious and she sounds like a jackass. Cozying up to Hassan Piker, who's a fucking douchebag. This Kibbles, Denims. This Denims chick who's a fucking creep. I mean, she's like trying to get this thing going where like Ethan and Gila feed their children dog shit and people should call CPS and report them. I mean, she's a psycho. And like, I had no love lost for Ethan Klein. He's a douche who sold out. He's like IDubbz. He changed everything he believed in overnight because he was going to pander to that lefty audience. Ethan Klein, believe it or not, was like a big Jordan Peterson fan and then turned on Jordan Peterson. And Jordan Peterson said those prophetic words to Ethan Klein. He said, Ethan, these people are going to turn on you. These people are going to burn you. These lefties that you're cozying up to, they're going to fuck you up someday. They're going to come get you. And ever since then, they've been coming for him, whether it's his take on Israel, whether it's the deal with Hassan Piker, or now this IDubbz thing. But I'll be very honest with you. I saw that Content Cop was back, and I was like, yes, here we go. And 38-year-old me watching Content Cop was like, fuck. IDubbz, he reached it's like, I'm a big boxing fan. It's like watching your favorite fighter years past his prime. You watch him try to reach back into that old bag of tricks and it just ain't there anymore. It's like watching a 40-year-old baseball pitcher and he rears back and he's going to throw that old 98 mile per hour fastball. And one day it shows up at 92 on the radar gun. You reach back, it just isn't there anymore. That Content Cop on Ethan Klein was fucking tragic. It was terrible. It was yes, someone did get exposed, but it wasn't Ethan. Everything he said about Ethan, we all already know. He's a big poopy meanie head who's a big poopy hypocrite. And it had none of the old features of Content Cop where he had, fun little clips intertwined of him being a cop and all these animation features and characters and shit like that. It was just IDubbz seething about Ethan Klein for an hour and calling it content cop. It was fucking terrible. And again, it made me kind of feel a little sympathy for Ethan. Now, don't get me wrong. It's retard on retard crime. It's great. But to watch Content Cop come back and then you look at it and you go, that's not what I remember. This is just a guy throwing a bitch fit. It's IDubbz. You know, IDubbz did that change for his wife where he changed everything about himself. And now yesterday he tried to reach back, grab the ball and fire that old country fastball, and it just wasn't there anymore. IDubbz is Rick Vaughn at the beginning of Major League 2. That's what it is. Yeah, he invited terrorist supporters, people are saying. That Frogan chick is weird. I've never watched anything of hers, but she seems like someone I would really hate. She seems like you know what that Frogan chick seems like? She seems someone who has really retarded political takes, but has 200% way more confidence in them than she should have. She looks like unearned confidence. Yeah, like they did this fucking gay shit in IDubbz Content Cop where you had all these people doing this.
I'm not going to do a react content yet.
It's just fucking retarded. Just really stupid. I mean, you're teaming up with some of the dumbest fucking people on the internet. So this is okay, so this is Frogan. Guys, if this sucks, don't blame me because I've never watched this chick before. I just know that she looks obnoxious.
And to be quite honest, it's very hard to look at, karma will make its way.
I'm sorry, but if you're a Muslim and you're talking a bunch of shit online and the hijab is performative. I'm a big mean guy. That's terrible. That's an awful thing to say. All right, fine. Prove me wrong. Because if you're a devout Muslim and you're following, the dress code and everything else, I don't know that part in Islam where you're supposed to be a raging bitch online and just be a cunt to people. I don't know if that's in following with your faith. I don't. So to me, the hijab is her gimmick. The headwear is her costume. It's the Muslim, just in case you criticize me, just in case you say I'm bad, gotta be Islamophobia. Because if you're that devout, you're a little more respectful. You're not an asshole who's trying to mix it up all the time.
To me, it's very hard to look at it that way. I wish I had that point of view.
Where does it say in Islam that piercing your nose is totally Allah's totally, shouldn't your body be a temple and all that stuff?
You know what I mean?
It's a floating head. Where's the light? It's just a head. What happened?
It's you see the shittiest fucking people at the top. I don't know if I believe in karma. You know what I mean?
I don't think Muhammad would be okay with you, messing with that karma shit. That's some Ganesha nonsense. You're being a charlatan. Oh, by the way, for those of you who don't know Muhammad, let me just draw you a quick picture. He looks like... And
I'm like, if I had to lose my career over this bullshit, at least I can say I was consistent in my views. Oh, and I have been consistently against genocide and
oh God, is she bitching? Has she been talking shit about Israel? Which, fine with me. Has she been talking a bunch of shit about Israel and now people are calling her an anti-Semite and that shit? She's like, if I lose my career because... Oh yeah, because you know what Twitch streamers really have a hard time with? Criticizing Israel. Fucking Hassan Piker's made a career out of criticizing Israel and America. And I don't disagree with all of Hassan's Israel takes, by the way. But he is an idiot. So this is so she is exactly what I thought she was. Oh, Miss Muslim hot take, But then when the temperature in the room starts to get too hot, but I'm just a girl and I don't want to lose my career over it. Get the fuck out of the kitchen, which is one of the first times I've ever said that.
Consistently uplifted the Palestinian people.
Oh, yeah. You poor thing. Oh, no. Isn't she the one who's been shitting all over Ethan Klein? Isn't she with IDubbz and his content cop, which is like a burial of Ethan Klein? But guys, she's just a sensitive person who's sticking up for the Palestinian people. Why would people be so mean to her? I fucking hate people like this. Talk shit all day long. Melton's kind of like this too. Talk shit all day long. Then the second it's your turn, you cry and whine like a bitch. Ugh.
Others can't say that, but I can.
Do baby cry? Go have this moment off the air. Why don't you get your fucking shit together, and then you can be a jihad freedom fighter. You can be we can mujahideen this thing up later. Why don't you go get a tissue? Why don't you wipe off your tears? I understand how difficult it is in your very privileged life, sitting behind a microphone, fighting for the displaced diaspora of the Gaza Strip and West Bank. I understand how hard this is on you as children are being bombed and killed. But, by all means, people might be saying mean things about your activism on the internet. Why don't you go ahead and wipe your tears? Come on back. We can finish this conversation later. These people are... It's everything about her, everything about that whole community, everyone in it. It's all fucking performative.
Sam for Frogan.
And you have a Hassan Piker voice thing on there. Oh, yeah, you're just fighting for the Palestinian people.
And I feel like such a bitch for crying, but it's just like...
You are. You're a super bitch for crying. Everybody make fun of the person crying. Ha ha. Every one of your tears is a victory for Israel.
Like you sit and reflect, and it's just like, what the fuck, dude? There are some days I just sit and I'm just like, I'm like, what did I do to deserve this?
You're an asshole. You're an asshole to people. You probably talk all kinds of shit on Israel and people from Israel and the soldiers in Israel and the Ethan Kleins of the world who empathize with Israel. And look, Israel deserves all the criticism in the world. Fuck them. I think they control way too much of my country's foreign policy, and I'm fucking sick of it. But I'm not going to fucking cry about it. I'm not going to sit here and talk a bunch of shit and then go, the consequences of my actions are getting... She says she's okay with losing her career over Ethan's bullshit because she stayed true to her morals. What, by just fucking talking shit about the guy into a microphone? That hijab you're wearing on the head gimmick that you're wearing on your head, where in your religion does it say just relentlessly talk shit about a guy on the internet? Ugh. And then she tries to equate her thing with Hamas and Israel, or her thing with Ethan Klein to fighting for the Palestinian people. Shut up. Shut up. Papa Shab says she doesn't actually care. She just wants to be seen as a victim. These people don't present any of the facts. They just grift. Yeah. I mean, dude, talk shit about politics, talk shit about Israel, or talk shit about Palestine, talk shit about all that stuff all day long. But don't sit here and act like you're, feeding babies in the West Bank. Stop. You're talking a bunch of shit just like the rest of us. And that's what I mean by that. The head wrap is performative. Mad Joe with $2.99 says Chad is dead and back up the camera. I don't know. Chat's moving fine over here, my man. Mad Joe with $2.99 says you need to sandblast that sign and raised letters. Oh, no. I think 1-2 Skip to My Lou did a great job. I'm sorry that it's not your favorite. I'm sorry if you don't like it. I got to say, I think it's fantastic, and I think 1-2 Skip to My Lou did an incredible job. A really good job. Sam Show says, Aaron, lean into being a Jew. You have the name. Shit on Jew. Oh, look, self-hating Jew, money. Oh, I can go with the self-hating Jew gimmick. Yeah, I have a feeling that if I watched any more of this Frogan chick, like, what are you going to be? Are you going to be like Ethan Klein's an asshole channel, or are you going to be fighting for the people of Gaza channel? She has 61,000 followers on Twitter, so she's got an audience. Yeah, IDubbz kind of linking up with these people and then bringing back Content Cop for Ethan so he can just bitch about his ex-boyfriend. Kind of gay. Ethan responded to Frogan. All right, I'll watch it. I'll watch a little. See, these people are making me not dislike Ethan Klein.
Ethan, wake up.
Oh my God. Frogan, what a nightmare. Talk about a jump scare.
He's got 34,000 people watching him at a time. It's another win for the H3, if you ask me.
This man willingly got in a room with Frogan to make a video about how I can't. Bro, I can't. How is this real? This is like, am I dreaming?
It is real, Ethan. I did a thing with the Jews.
See? They told you to wake up.
I think I do need to wake up. This is surreal.
He was a knight in the Old English kingdom of Mercia back in the 900s, I think the 10th century. That was surreal. He's known for his honesty.
IDubbz was literally like co-signed Frogan, the girl who said, I hope fucking veterans get PTSD.
I thought that was Mia Khalifa. So, well, you know what? Maybe, you know what it is? That rap gets around the head and it squeezes out all the working brain cells, and then you say stupid shit like that.
Wake up. The girl who put on a fucking racial tier list.
Really? I would love to see that list. All right, I like her again. Oh. Sam Show, I think I found you a new girlfriend. She hates Israel and she ranks people by race. I think Sam Show's in love. Frogan might be Sam Show's girl. 09 Canyon says, Aaron, hijab to cover the bald spots when we start missing the goal by a shitload every day, then yeah, we'll probably go with the hijab arc at some point. Let's go to listener text here. You'd be surprised at the amount of liberal white women who converted to Islam over Palestine. Or because they got boyfriends that they're trying to fix who they can only see through prison right now. A hijab would cover up Aaron's best feature, his quadruple chin. It's mean-spirited. Mean-spirited. I'm going to start doing the show like this. Now I look like a frog. 170, I believe, is the number, right? Yeah, 170 away from today's goal. Thank you guys very much. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rants. Thank you for your generosity. You are the best. Let's go ahead and throw in 5 or 10 at a time. Call this thing another win for the toe. So, yeah, if you want to go check out the IDubbz fucking Content Cop on Ethan Klein, it's a giant waste of time. It really is just a guy. You know how people are grossed out when Nick like pines over me and misses my penis and, you know, I'm his boyfriend and this and that. That's kind of how IDubbz treats this whole Ethan Klein thing. Content Cop. Are there any really gay clips? Oh yeah, I guess it's not doing very well in the like-dislike department either. 102,000 dislikes to 158,000 likes. Yikes, bro. Yikes. I don't care about. Comes to the Keemstar comes to the defense of Ethan and Gila. If you didn't know this, Keemstar is like Ethan Klein's sworn enemy. This is like Chad Zumach coming to Steel Toe's defense, which he actually did the other day, which was crazy. Chad's more against my misdemeanor than I am. I sit here, I go, yeah, you know, look, letter of the law, I broke it. It was a misdemeanor. I admit to it. It was a shitty thing to do. I was a bad guy for doing it, and I'm doing a lot better now. Thank you very much. I want to treat people nice. And Zumach is on his show going, It shouldn't even be a fucking charge. It's a bullshit charge. It's all bullshit. Who hasn't done it? I'm like, I mean, if you want to say it, that's fine. I'm not saying it, but if you want to. So this is Keemstar, who just, his cat got ran over during a stream, by the way. Did you hear about that? Keemstar, you hear about this, folks? Did you see this? Keemstar was in the middle of a Lolcow Live episode, and his fucking cat got flattened by a vehicle. His cat's fucking dead. Happened right on the air. So now, this is Keemstar talking about the content cop and defending Ethan Klein, of all people.
Dude, Ethan Klein and more than Ethan Klein, the H3H3 podcast, because I'm talking about the employees like Starkilla and his wife and just all these, that entire show has been supporting and platforming and getting behind Creator Clash, IDubbz and Anissa for years, and everybody fucking knows it, all right? And everybody fucking knows it.
Creator Clash was the boxing thing that IDubbz put on. That's the one where Sam Hyde was on Keemstar's thing, Happy Punch. And Sam Hyde wanted to fight Hassan Piker on IDubbz thing. You know, Sam Hyde kind of gave IDubbz the idea to do a boxing thing because Sam Hyde took IDubbz under an overpass to box.
So I actually see where Ethan's coming from. Here I am fighting against these terrorist supporters of Twitch, all right? And you and your fucking wife can't say a single thing to defend us?
That was Ethan. Ethan's whole complaint was that IDubbz and Anissa were friends with Ethan and Gila, and all these Twitch people are going on these crazy, rants against Ethan. And I think IDubbz secretly doesn't like Israel and doesn't like what they're doing well, not secretly, but like he doesn't agree with Ethan, so he kind of sides with those people, so he can't call them out.
A single fucking thing. I understand where fucking Ethan Klein and Gila are coming from.
Me too.
And if I'm IDubbz and you think they're overreacting, sure, whatever. But when you go and make a content cop in response, then it seems like fucking Gila Klein and Ethan Klein were 100% fucking validated.
Right. So Ethan and Gila's whole thing, Keemstar's right. And by the way, I think Keemstar gets a bad rap. I think he's actually a good broadcaster. I think he's engaging. He's passionate. I think Keem does a good job. But Ethan and Gila, their whole thing was IDubbz and Anissa as friends didn't have our back when we were catching all this shit from people. And how does IDubbz respond? By going, I'm going to make a 1-hour video just bitching and shitting on you. So Ethan and Gila were right. Nice.
In that opinion that you were not a friend. You responded with a fucking content cop proving that they were right for having those feelings.
Not only were they right for having those feelings, you also showed to the entire world that you don't have it anymore. That IDubbz doesn't have the content cop anymore.